All right, I'm here at the Snowmobile Hall of Fame, and I walk in the door, and check out this Redline display. So I wanted to bring this to you guys. I wasn't expecting this. Look at this awesome V-twin engine in this thing. I think they were trying to keep it narrow. And the radiator looks an awful lot like a large heater core out of a truck, doesn't it? Everything's custom fabricated on these. And look at, this has got to be the front track shock here. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. And you can see the tube frame. So this says it's a 954 Revolution, about 1998, the very first Redline built V-twin Folan motorcycle engine, 948cc four-stroke direct drive. Engine cost $6,000 by itself, and I'm assuming that's in 1998 dollars. So there we go. It's got the old school track on her. Pretty wild. First Redline ever. Neat stuff. So here's another one, an 800 Black Max. Redline engines are installed backwards, and this is the only Redline that came with the snow flap, it says. Pretty cool. It does look like Batman. Here's Grandma Susan. We've been chatting with her at the desk.
Hey.
Everybody, you should come see him at the Hall of Fame. Everybody's super friendly here. So here's another Redline. She's a partial sled. It's got that V-twin on it again. Nice big airbox on there. Very wild. So here's the backwards installed motor. You can see, and you know, the tube chassis is really highlighted on this one from the red paint. Let's see, back to this one. 954 Revolution demonstrator, V-twin engine. Features Redline cylinders and use the T15R long travel suspension. So pretty wild stuff there, folks. What's this one say on it? I like that they all have a placard. This is a Revolt 800 side shocker prototype, number 2 of about 15 made. Side mount shock for the rear suspension, similar to a motorcycle. This has jet ski hand controls. So pretty cool. Does look like jet ski controls. Neat stuff. Neat stuff. All right, we got another one here with the T15. I can read it right on the skid. Very exposed. This says it's an SK702 Rebellion made about 1999 with a German-made Zabel motorcycle engine, liquid-cooled 700cc single cylinder. How'd you like to have that for your one-lung racers? And a 4-speed transmission, only one made. Pretty wild. And here's the 800 Revolt, back to a, probably a more familiar looking Redline to most of us. And that's pretty wild too. Don't really have too much on there. It looks like the one that I see the most of though. So very cool. There's your Redline display. All right, so here's another room at the hall. And I'm not sure I'll get the whole hall this year. They changed these displays up, but here's Stan Hayes. What is this, a 74, 75 PDC? It says 74, 650 Snow Pro. So Stan Hayes leathers there. Yvonne Duhamel's factory sled. They have plaques in front of most of these. Here's a few that they don't. Cool looking stuff. Got a 66 Colt. We got an original Champion race sled, MXZ. X, it does have an X hidden in there. Kind of hard to see, the X blends in with the rest of the graphics. Nelson, this must be Brian Nelson's. Well, what do you know? It says Brian on the suit and helmet.
These are all sleds of people that are inducted into the hall.
That's right.
This room.
Yep, so this is Herb Howe. Bob Enns from Enduro Team Deere. Wayne Nicholson. Who we got here? Brian Sturgeon. Super cool. All right, what do we got here? I'm not even sure. Dwayne Franzen, Skidoo. Oh, there it is, 1967 Skidoo. Tony Hankinen's Snowcross MSZX. You can definitely see the X a little easier on that one. This rider forward thing with the extra forward lighting. Yeah, is this the good ones? Oh, it is the good ones. Awesome. Good ones are really nice people. Jeff, we met Jeff the year that they got inducted, and what a nice guy. Franz Rosenquist, somehow shirt tail relation to Greg. Jerry Bunky's Midnight Blue Express. Oh, this is making the hair on the back of my head stand up. So cool just to be in the room with this sled. They got his leathers there. What do we got here? We got a 73 Starfire, 440 triple. Oh, restored by patron Charlie Beckford. Charlie is never enough TXs if you don't know him. Patron to the channel, great guy. Super cool. Super cool. All right, we're gonna go back into the Marlin Englert corner. So this is the Team Englert corner. Marlin was inducted, of course. And we just wanna make sure you guys see that there's this very familiar face that'll show up in some of these pictures. Tommy Zeller's in there. Let's see, where the hell is Tommy? Right there in the corner. So Tommy was, of course, on Team Englert with Marlin, and Tommy's been instrumental in bringing these things here and helping him set up this display, so that's really cool. What do we got here? Kawasaki 550 Interceptor motor. Got a cold wave suit. Ted Otto's cold wave suit, how about that? So Ted was the starter at Eagle River forever. Super cool to see. Got some more helmets and more stuff. We got this Can-Am bike with a big sled engine in it. Got a bunch of proto motors in here. And I think I've shown these on prior years, but they're pretty cool. There's a Bombardier motorcycle engine. There's a 650 triple. This is a Blizzard engine. What is this? This is another 503. So these are all Skidoo. This is obviously a Skidoo. It's a liquid rotary valve. Looks like an early prototype. Says it's a Blizzard 440 engine. So looks like a prototype. And then this one I don't think is a Skidoo. This is Jeans. So this is the Jeans with the Hodaka top end, which if you go back to the Twin Ports Vintage Festival last fall, John Anderson gives a great explanation of what this motor is. So I'll have to put a link to that up in the corner here. Very cool. All right, back out of the Englert room. We got a RV cross country from 1978. Got Archie Simonson's I-500 winner, I believe. Did he win that year? I think he did. He's definitely in the hall. Got, what's this? John Wick's 1995 Polaris, number 52. Super cool. Kirk Hibbert got his snowcross sled there. Pretty wild. Who do we got here? Todd Wolf, it looks like. Awesome. Awesome. And Brian Drydahl. So we got some good 90s snowcross stuff showing up in the hall, and pretty neat to see that. All right, we got a little drag action here. Cool. Newman's. So this is a heavily reworked motor. You can see it was a cylinder motor, and now it looks like it's a case reed. So we got an 81 TXL Indy, Olson, number 10. International Pro Champion, 1980, St. Paul Winter Carnival, I-500. Very cool. Original Eagle River World Championship. Got a Snowjet, and it's different than mine. That's a 68. So you could take note of the headlight, the hood shape, much different than my 69. It's got a twin in it. What's it say there? Oh, there's a lot to read. I can't really pick out the engine. You got a little Andy, a Herders, for that guy that always complains that every snowmobile that I show isn't a Herders. There's your Herders. We got a 440 XCR. This thing, I believe, is brand new. I think I've looked at this before. And I don't think the rope's ever been pulled on this sled. So super cool. All right, we got an old rear engine Snow Traveler. Neat. Big old Articat 2022 Thundercat EPS. So EPS means electronic power steering. So Scorpion Sidewinder, essentially an Ultegra 6000, but 440 cc's instead of 500. I heard they move pretty good despite the, smaller displacement of the engine. Cool sled. Got a PVR, one lung, says it was a 2001 World Championship. So that's a while ago. You got a Fox track, made in Janesville, Wisconsin, I believe. Maybe this is too early for that. Got a blade here. Super cool. Super cool. 1960 Skidoo wooden skis, donated by Phil Mickelson. Awesome. Got a Thunderjet. Always got to have Thunderjets when you're talking race sleds. It says it's a 650. Oh, it's a Yamaha SR 643, it says on the sign. That's how it's a 650. I was thinking a 650 would be a triple back in these days. Pretty wild. And this is a Jetstar Hellstar. Elvis owned one of these. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Got another slam down race sled. Jerry Solom's. Awesome. All right. Big old Norseman Articat. Looks like an IQR there, Hinch's Racing. Awesome. VMAX SX. Another IQR. Got a whole bunch of newer rider forward stuff here. All right, we got a bunch of Yamahas, probably related to the fact that, Yamaha just went out of business and was the ERX ride-in, MVSS ride-in sled last time. A little snow scoot. Just a whole row of these. Mondas Racing, neat. All right, they got a timber sled on display. So I'm probably, if you're into these, I'm probably not telling you anything new, but I read that Polaris was discontinuing these. So if you want one, you better get it soon. All right, we got a Montana Pipe Cat with some custom paint. An old Johnson wide track 437. Alpine twin track Skidoo. What is this? I'm not sure. This is apparently a home built. The guy saw a picture in the magazine and built one. Good job. That was state of the art at the time. Got a liquefier, what, an 80, 81, something like that? Early 80s. More race sleds, because of course this is the Hall of Fame. It's got a Hooper motor, it says on the sign. So Hustler Rustler, stone stock off the assembly line, finished second in the I-500 in 1967. Well, that's quite an accomplishment for a sled that wasn't, really prepped. All right, we got a big Decker World Championship sled there. It says this was first annual 24 Hours of Eagle River, and Steve Decker and Tony Swiatek drove this thing. That's what it says on the sign. I'm just reading the sign to you. Pretty cool. All right. This looks a lot like a hill climb sled, and that is indeed what the pictures show it doing. Very cool. Starting line products. Livingston's, this thing's got a, big turbo sticking out of the hood with a filter. Pretty wild. Cool. All right. Carl Cycles XCR. Pretty cool. All right, we got some more rider forward type stuff back here. This is Gabe Bunky's. That's cool. We got an Articat. And I don't know, this one says Bunky Racing on it, and it is a Polaris IQR, so probably, I don't know, maybe Bunky just helped with it. It doesn't really have a sign saying what it is, but looks the part to me. Cool sled. Cool graphics on this thing with the vintage graphics and all the different words on it and stickers and logos. That's pretty neat. Almost missed these, tucked way in the back corner behind all the merch. Couple little Arctic Cat youth sleds, little 200s. Very cool. All right, we got a little Hunter Hool memorial going over here. Thought you guys might want to see this. So this was shot on Memorial Weekend 2025, and that's all the footage I got. I wasn't even going to shoot this, but when I walked in and saw the Redline Display, I decided I had to shoot it for you guys. And then the next thing you know, I realized they'd done some significant rearranging in there since last year. So I hope you enjoyed the tour. It does tend to change every year a little bit. So with that said, huge thanks to everyone that's given us a super thanks. If you've given a super thanks in the last week or two at the time of editing, your name's up on the screen right now. Really appreciate you. Not only does it help keep the shop going, but the super thanks really promote the channel on YouTube. Really wakes up the algorithm and makes it get us out to more people. I also want to thank the patrons for their sponsorship of the channel. If you don't know, the Patreon is like a YouTube membership, but it's off-site. It's got better terms for the creator. That's why I do Patreon instead of through YouTube. And everybody's name you see up there kicks in $5 or $10 a month, and they help keep the channel going. They help with the beer and the pizza and the parts and traveling to events like the Hall of Fame Roundup. Really appreciate you guys. And in return, in addition to getting their name on the screen, they get to see all the videos early and ad-free on Patreon, and they get patron-only videos. Some of those are really fun. Some of them are after hours at the shop, after we're done shooting, or some cool cars I see at places, or whatever. A lot of good stuff. Maybe some extra information that just doesn't make it to the main YouTube. So please consider joining the Patreon or giving us a super thanks. It really helps us out. And if you don't feel like doing either of those, at least please hit subscribe. It's free to hit subscribe. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the swap meets.